I salute all subscribers and I thank you all for remaining loyal and being on this channel for all this while. Greatest thanks to all of you. Today, I want to tell you about something very important. If you are that type of trader or you are that type of investor who is interested in long-term opportunities or long-term trading, keeping some monies or some of your assets somewhere with the hope that those assets will appreciate in value, then this video is for you. There's an asset that is going to blow, and I need to tell you about that asset. You may not be trading it the way you are trading the currencies, but I need to tell you about it because it has started blowing up, and you need to know so that if you have some monies to spare, maybe you can begin to hold on to that asset so that you can make the profit out of it. But before I get there, let me say thank you first of all to all those who took time to check up on me. The reason you weren't hearing of me or you weren't hearing from me on this YouTube channel and other platforms of mine is as a result of a conflict that came up in my area, my town. It's a conflict between some ethnic groups. Those of you on my Telegram channels, I'm sure you have seen videos that I sent to tell you about the situation. I am not from here, but I came here to work. Okay, I came where the conflict broke out. I came there to work as a journalist. That's not where I come from. So coming there to work and something of this happening, I needed to find a place to keep my family safe before any other thing. So I put it out there on the channel that I wanted to take a break and then make sure the situation is okay before I resume or I come back. Thanks to all of you for your prayers and your support. I really appreciate. A few of you took the time to keep on checking on me, sending messages, asking how I was doing and how the situation was like, or how the things were going. In fact, I appreciate. God bless all of you. This shows how you love me and how you care about me. I really appreciate and I want to thank all of you. Currently, as I speak, there were a few interventions from government. We have security and then especially the military coming to intervene in the situation. And currently, as I speak, things have calmed down, although there's still the security presence in town, but everything is quite okay now. And for that matter, I have come back to the town. Yes, I have come back. So currently, I'm able to record or to speak to you because I'm back to the house. Okay, so from today onwards, today is Sunday, which is 12th of November, 2023. From today onwards, we'll resume our usual forex trading stuff. Okay, I really miss you guys, and there are lots of things happening that I wished I could share with you, but unfortunately I couldn't get in touch. But now that I'm back, I'll make sure that I make it up to you guys and then give you what you deserve. Is that okay? So back to business. Now, I'm taking you straight to that asset that I just talked about. There's an asset that is about to skyrocket. It's about to move. I have told a few people, which hasn't been in the form of a video like this, but few people that are closer to me, I told them when this asset came to its lowest in terms of price, I told them that it was time for them to buy or to hold on to that asset because it was going to skyrocket. And as I speak to you, it has begun that journey. And I feel it is important for me to tell the rest of you out there so that if you have some monies to spare, then you can actually buy and hold this asset to make some profits in the near future. Is that okay? So let me take you to this asset. And this asset I'm talking to you about is called Bitcoin. Bitcoin. Now, if you remember, Bitcoin, before last year ended, went up to about $60,000 per coin. It went up to about 60,000, almost getting to 70,000 per coin. And then people started talking about it. Bitcoin is going high. Bitcoin is going high. The one funny thing about the news outlets is that whenever the asset makes its highest high, when the asset reaches its peak, that is where you hear people making news about it or people talking about it. And that is when people jump into it. That is the mistake we always do. We always join the party when it is too late. We often don't join the party when it's about to begin. And so last year, from somewhere 2020 to 2021, Bitcoin was kind of skyrocketing until 2022. It went so high. And if you look at it, you see how far Bitcoin went. It came up to this peak. And when Bitcoin got to this peak, that was when all the major news outlets started making noise about it. That Bitcoin is on the high, Bitcoin is on the high, buy, buy, buy. And immediately people started buying, Bitcoin started falling. Little did they know that they were buying at the highest point when Bitcoin has already exhausted its power. And so there's a trick you have not been told. And the trick is that when it comes to safe havens like gold, Bitcoin, these are safe haven currencies or assets. The reason we call them safe haven is that whenever there is issues, or there are issues, let me put it that way, whenever there are issues, for instance, conflict, war, or economic uncertainty, people like, especially the millionaires or the billionaires or the richest in society, would like to keep their monies in places that will not be affected by whatever is coming. So if you remember, during 2020, when the pandemic broke out, Bitcoin started going high because people were afraid of what was going to happen. So they started moving their assets into a safe haven asset, or their currencies into safe haven assets, which may not be affected by whatever uncertainty is happening. So when people realized that Bitcoin was moving so high, it was as a result of people moving their assets there. That is what made Bitcoin to move so high. But little did they know that the whole pandemic of COVID was going to start coming down. So when COVID started coming down, the numbers started decreasing and things started going normal, we saw that these big guys who had the money started pulling their money off the assets because they are now certain that, okay, what they weren't sure about, they are now sure. So if they should move their money back into their businesses, they are sure. So they started moving their monies back into their businesses, and Bitcoin started falling again. And Bitcoin fell to almost about $13,000 per coin. $13,000 per coin. And when Bitcoin got to around 13,000, I started telling some people that, look, Bitcoin has come so low, and it is time for us to start buying the Bitcoin. Yes, it happened in 2020. I gave a prediction. I told people to start buying crude oil when crude oil came down to $11 per barrel. Bitcoin is also on that same trend. And I started telling them again that, look, Bitcoin getting to around 13,000 is at the right place to start looking at buying it. Because I told them the same thing with crude oil. Crude oil came to $11 per barrel. And I told them that now that crude oil, because of COVID, crude oil fell to $11 per barrel. And the worst of it was when Russia-Ukraine thing happened. Crude oil fell to its lowest when the Russia-Ukraine thing started. So I told them that, look, crude oil falling to about $11 per barrel is time. You need to always buy on the low and sell on the high. That is the trick when it comes to these assets. You buy them on the low and sell on the high. So I told them that crude oil, it was time for them to start buying. Those who heard it and those who took me serious started seeing the results after a year. After 1 year, we can all attest to the fact that crude oil skyrocketed from $11 to a barrel to almost $100 per barrel. So imagine you had $11 and bought crude oil for just $11. That $11 would have given you how much? $100. You get it? Imagine you had $100 and you put it on crude oil. That would have been how much? Only you can tell. You see it? So that is the trick when it comes to these assets. Whenever they are falling, you need to start looking at where it will be appropriate for you to buy. So when Bitcoin came to around 12 to 13,000, I said it was time for us to buy. And I even understood the technical aspect of it, because if you go to the monthly time frame, you realize that Bitcoin on the monthly time frame had found a support, a clean support. Look at it. This is on the monthly time frame. This is a support area, a clean support. You see? So when Bitcoin found this support, I said it was time for us to start going buy on it. So those who listened, or those who heard me right, are beginning to see it. See it. This is it. This is a clean support area on the monthly time frame. A clean support area on the monthly time frame. So I knew Bitcoin would start going high when it got to this level. And truly, truly, it respected it and started moving high. And I think it is not too late, because in the next 2 years, Bitcoin, even not 2 years, in the next 1 year, I am predicting, other people are coming up with different forecasts, but I am predicting or giving a forecast that Bitcoin will break this higher high, which is around 68,000, almost 70,000. And Bitcoin should be giving us above 200,000. I'm telling you. Some people are predicting that Bitcoin can go up to 500,000 per coin. Currently, it is around just 37,000. It's around 37,000. So from 37,000, if it will go up to 500,000, imagine the profit that you will make if you have some small money to spare now and we want to put it on it. Give it a space of 2 years or 3 years. These assets, if you want to buy and hold them, that is what you do. You don't trade them like currencies where you buy and sell and you exit. No, we have currencies that you buy and hold for profit. And I think Bitcoin is going that way. You have to buy and hold. I know one man in the UK whom I've been talking to, and I told him, he told me he had bought some Bitcoin. I said it was good. He should buy more if he had the money, because by then it had come to its lowest low. And he listened. Now we are talking and he's telling me so far what he's seen in his portfolio is very, very encouraging. He's seen something very nice already, because Bitcoin has moved from 13,000 to 37,000. So look at the profit already. From 13,000 to 37,000. Imagine you even got it around 20,000. Now it is at 37,000. It's almost double now. So if you had $1,000 and you put it on this, you should have roughly getting to $2,000 and above. So if you had about $10,000 on this, you are having closely to 20,000 and above as profit. Yes. And I am saying that it's going to move higher and break the previous high within a space of 1 year. Even 1 year will be, because if how many months? This is monthly time frame. This is monthly time frame. Within a space of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Within a space of 10 months. So it was from January this year. January, February was the right time for one to start buying Bitcoin, because it had come to a very lowest low, and it had already found support where it will start skyrocketing again. Now, Bitcoin will go higher and higher because there are a lot of uncertainties. Already in the US, people are thinking that there will be recession. The economy is not stable. So that one alone is uncertainty. Secondly, there's already a war between the Israelites and that of the Hamas in Gaza. Israel and Gaza, currently, they are also on with a war as we speak. That has come to add up to the Russia-Ukraine thing we already know. Take note. These are all uncertainties. More to the point, there are a group of countries that want to form their own currency called BRICS, which you are aware. So all these fundamentals are not painting a good picture for the world economy. It's not painting a good picture at all. Not at all. So these guys, I mean, the rich, will want to start putting some of their assets into some havens, places that they feel those assets are safe. And what are some of the safest assets? Is gold, is Bitcoin. Or if you are looking for a country that is safe to keep some assets, then maybe one may begin to think about Switzerland. Switzerland is one of the safest places people can move their monies to. So the politicians and the big guys may begin to move their monies to maybe Switzerland, or they may want to buy gold, keep gold, or buy Bitcoin. So these are the areas that people want to start looking at in terms of keeping some parts of their assets safe. And it is important for you to also start looking at that. If you have some monies to spare for the future, maybe 2 years, 3 years, I can advise that you look at Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is on its way up. It's not coming down any moment. And it's very important, I tell you. I don't have much, but I have put something small on it. And it is appreciating as I speak to you. So it will be very important for you to also start looking at it. And the question is, how can you put some monies into these safe havens? You may have to create an account with some of the online wallets, or there are a lot of, we have the cold wallets, they have the warm wallets. We have a lot of them. On Binance, for instance, you can buy and hold some crypto. Okay, on Binance, you can buy and hold. On blockchain, you can buy and hold. And there are a lot of platforms. Okay, there are lots of platforms. So yours is to research, find out which one is a bit credible. Trust Wallet is also there. I think Trust Wallet. I have bought some few currency, some of the this in the Bitcoin from Trust Wallet. I have also bought from Binance and a few other platforms. So you can also buy from these platforms and hold. Whilst Bitcoin is appreciating or is skyrocketing, you are also making profits. The profits will be accumulating. That is how crypto can be bought and held for some time. So you can hold it up to how long you want. When you are satisfied with the results or the increase in portfolio, then you can opt out. Okay, you can opt out into your cold wallet where you store it. So the process to do this is very, very interesting. Maybe if there need be to do more videos on it in terms of showing you the way to create an account, have a wallet, deposit some small dollars in it, and then that one, you don't need to do anything difficult. Once you create the wallet and you deposit money into the wallet, automatically the money is put on the Bitcoin. So it means automatically the money has started working. That's what it means. So it's not really difficult to do. Okay, it's not really difficult to do. So it's very important, I tell you, because Bitcoin is on the high side. And please, if you have something small to spare, even if it is $100, just throw it away somewhere. Just throw it away somewhere here on Bitcoin. The same thing with gold. As I speak, gold is also on the high, but it has started coming back down. It broke the 2,000 level. It has made some pullback. It's trying to find support. When gold should find a support, we'll see it going so high. This is about buying and holding of some safe havens for the future, okay? That is so different from trading the currencies for profit. So these two are not the same. You can also trade Bitcoin just the way you trade other currencies, but this particular formula I am giving you is about buying and holding those currencies for profit in the future, okay? Big companies like the insurance company are there, they also do the same thing. They buy and hold these assets. And when they begin to appreciate in value, they make the profit. So you can also begin to buy and hold some of them, like Bitcoin. So you can open a Trust Wallet account. You can open a Binance Wallet account. You can open blockchain account. There are lots of them. The platforms are so many. There are so many. They have the Exodus. No, the Exodus account is a cold wallet. when you put money there, it doesn't increase in profit. But when you put it on Binance, when you put it on Trust Wallet, if you put it on what do you call it, blockchain wallet, and so many other wallets, you make sure that the security features are well spelled out. You put out strong security features, the passwords and other things, the pass keys. You make sure you get everything right. I'm sure this may sound very new to some of you, and you'll be asking yourself, what is this guy saying? But if you go on YouTube, you may find out other ways to do this. If you want to buy and hold currency, just Google, just search for it. I'm sure you may get it, okay? When I get a time, I may do a series of videos about how you can do this, all right? But for now, I think you need to do it immediately because Bitcoin has started its move to the upside. So get some small monies, just drop it here and forget it. Just put it here and forget it, okay? Just put it here and forget it, because Bitcoin can really make you a lot of money if you have the patience to wait for it to do its own thing. Is that okay? So this is it. I think it has started so well and it is on its way up. For this month alone, this is where Bitcoin is almost. So this month alone, I'm hoping before November ends, we should see Bitcoin up here. And once it comes up to this level, by December, it can break this high. I'm very sure it can. Bitcoin can break this high and continue its way up. So if that should happen, then you can imagine in a year or two where Bitcoin will get to. And I'm sure when it gets to that highest high, that is where you will begin to hear people shouting, making a lot of videos talking about it. Bitcoin is on the high, buy, buy, buy. That time it is late to buy. Take note, when it is on this higher high, it is late for you to buy. You only buy it when it comes to its lowest low, or it comes to its lowest, then you can begin to buy. Is that okay? Thank you. I think this is very important. I don't want this video to be long. It's a short message, and that is it. That is about Bitcoin. Buy and hold. If you search for how to buy and hold currency, Bitcoin, or how to buy Bitcoin on these, come on, you do the research. Do the research. I'm sure you'll get your way out. But in case you may need assistance, you know how to get in touch with me. Now I'm fully back, so we have a lot of things we may be doing on this channel. All right. Thank you, and thank you for staying. And I'm welcomed. I think I'm welcomed, right? I'm back, so I'm welcomed. So thank you. I'll see you as this week begins, and then things will begin to take place the way you want it. All right. Take care. Until then, I want to say all the best.